Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I can't believe there's 7 people waiting in here. I'm amazed. And I don't have anything planned for, well, I was going to say for once, but I hardly ever have anything planned if you guys know me. But thanks everyone for being here. Hey, Allison. Hey, Callie. Chica, my girl. Good to see you. Sour. Always a pleasure. Oh, and Chica, I was needing you the other night because Melissa Jade did a. You want to go outside now, do you, Rusty? Right when I start my stream. Oh my God! 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. My cat wants outside. It's really nice out here, so he likes to go outside in the backyard. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, just give me 1 second. I apologize. This cat, I swear. Then he just looks at me. I'm like, all right, come on, let's go outside. And then he just stares at me. You gotta love cats. They love you. Okay, why is my chat not working? Is it working? Or is nobody just saying anything? Nobody's saying anything. Okay. Um, so Chica, what I was saying, Melissa Jade did a Kanika Jenkins, I think like 3 parts actually. And I was like, I need Chica here. She knows so much more about it than I do. But it was kind of cool refreshing up on it. But then I remembered how crazy that case was and why I stopped following it. You want to go out, Buggy? Come on. Because I'm like, cats are so much different than dogs. Like, dogs, you'll throw a ball and they'll chase it like every single time, pretty much. You throw a cat toy, they look at you like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't want to play right now. All right, let me try to get this cat outside. 1 second, you guys. Such a professional, I know. And Allison, did I say hi to you? If I didn't, I apologize. I think I did. Anyways, I'll be right back. So who does that? Who starts their stream and then says, "Hey guys, I'll be right back." I do. But to answer your question, Allison, I responded to you back to your comment that you left me. I did not get it. I don't know why I'm not getting your emails on my Gmail account. So if you want to, can you forward it to me on my other email? I'll put it in the chat. That'd be great. And then you could just use this one from now on because I get notifications every time I get an email on this account compared to my Gmail that I'm really bad checking. So just give me 1 second. I think that's correct. Yeah, I haven't been streaming much on D Live actually, Callie. It's been really dead over there for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on. I have streamed a couple times on this other platform called Trovo. It's more of a gaming site, but like the graphics, not to get all like nerdy or anything, but the graphics are really cool and it's really smooth over there. But so I'm kind of like all over the place. Hey, Spacebound, good to see you. You're behaving quietly. Okay. Hope your hubby's doing well, Callie. Okay, Allison, thank you. Oh, and speaking of Allison, we're just gonna chat a little bit. This isn't gonna be a long stream. But it was easier than me kind of promoting it through a video because it's just a pain in the butt. But hey, Summer. Um, I did put a post in the community section on my channel, but I wanted to announce that I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern on Alex Erickson's channel with TCA, aka Allison. I hope that you guys can all make it. I extremely appreciate the fact that Alex is giving me this opportunity to voice my opinions and my theories on the Watts case, and it'll probably be mainly Watts, but you know, I might talk about some of the other ones as well, just depending on how it goes. There's so much to cover in so little time on one stream. Hey, Lauren. So that's what I pretty much wanted to do with this live stream, besides like just catching up with you guys, is let you guys know that TCNA will be on Alex Erickson's channel. So let me get her link too. I forgot to it's really nice out here. So I was in my hammock swing and I wasn't paying attention. I was like, 15 minutes on my live, I better go inside. So let me get her link for you. And Allison, please, you know, whenever you feel like it, put your link in the chat. That'll really help me out from doing shout outs because I'm really bad at them. Feel free always to put your link in the chat. I know it's kind of weird, like promoting your own channel sometimes, but it helps me. Plus you're my moderator, so it's okay. All right. But so like I was saying, I really do appreciate the fact that Alex is letting me and as well as Allison come on and voice our opinions about these cases. And you guys know, I try not to do the whole like woe is me kind of thing, but I mean, I think I'm pretty much going for the record of being banned on the most true crime channels. And for the most timeouts. So if we were doing like an Olympics of true crime, I would have the most gold medals right now. I mean, not to brag, not something to brag about, but I mean, I literally just over, especially the past year, since I've been more transparent in other channels, in their chats, from the majority that I go to, I think there's only a couple left. I'm not welcome there. So it's pretty sad, to say the least, that, you know, these other channels, they don't have an open mind. They don't want to hear other theories, and they'll go ahead and they'll say, oh, I'm open-minded. I want to hear you got to hear all sides. You got to hear all theories. I look at every possibility, but they really don't, because you say that, you know, they're saying one thing and then they're timing people out for having a difference of opinion, or saying that they've slid off their rail. That was lovely. No names shall be mentioned on that. But it's just like I mean, there's competition everywhere. Hey, Mark, there's competition everywhere, but it's just really funny to me when they say, oh, you know, I really want to get to the truth. I want to get justice for the victims, but then it seems to be like a competition with everybody. So again, it's really sad. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, drive safe, Mark. Wait, are you drinking and driving? You put a beer emoji and a party emoji. All right. Okay, Alex Erickson's channel. I'm not a very good multitasker here. And I'll pin it as well. I will be doing a live stream. Just give me 1 second, please. and then we'll do some chit-chatting. What's the date tomorrow? The 12th? Oh, and Allison, I'm looking forward to your Super Bowl live stream. I already set the reminder. That should be really interesting. Hey, speak of the devil, except not the devil. Alex is a sweetheart. We were just talking about you, Alex. Good to see you, girl. All right, we got the pin. We're good. Hey, me, Jamie. So again, like I was saying, I really appreciate the fact that Alex is letting myself as well as CCA come on her channel. It's just like, you guys know that I've always tried to be respectful. If you guys have been following me long enough, but I got to the point where I just what I was trying to do as far as get the truth out about these cases to as many people as possible, me holding back in other streamers' chats or other creators' chats for fear of upsetting them or whatever, I guess. Not necessarily fear, but I was just, again, trying to be respectful. It's just, it totally defeats the purpose of what I'm doing. So I tried to be still respectful, but yet still transparent. And like I said, there's some people, they don't want to hear what I have to say. They don't want to hear, especially if it goes against their opinions and their theories and what narrative they're trying to push. They definitely don't want to hear anything I have to say. Drive safe, me, Jamie. Yeah, I'm excited as well, Summer. It should be really, 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 really good. So definitely, I hope you guys can all make it for sure. So I haven't been there's a few channels that let me get this out of the way. I have not, it's been so wonderful. I have not got an AD notification on my phone in like months. It's been heaven since I unsubscribed. And I'm surprised that I actually did, even though I unsubscribed, the notifications for his live stream stopped. Highly surprised, but it's been wonderful. So I don't know exactly the drama that's been going on, and I don't really I tend to stay away from drama, but I did see a little bit of something that happened a few nights ago, I guess, or a specific live stream that happened, a quick one. I don't know if you guys know what I'm referring to. You guys know I don't really like to mention names, but even though I just mentioned AD, but that's okay. You never want me holding back in yours. I saw that you did put a warning up, Alex. Yeah, that was a great idea. And the only thing is, it's not that, the only reason why I would hold back is because and I'm going to try tomorrow not to, get obviously too conspiratorial. I'm going to try to make it, because, there's a lot of people in the true crime community that, and even some of my subscribers that have told me that they didn't even know what a PSYOP was, or a false flag, or a social experiment until they found my channel. So tomorrow I'm going to try to, and then I'll get back to the drama thing. I'm going to try to be as simplistic about it. I don't want to overwhelm too many people, especially if they have not ever heard of a PSYOP. It can be very shocking to a lot of people, but the only thing that I'm worried about mainly is there's certain keywords, like if we really delve into it, and Allison can back me up on this, but that will trigger the algorithms on YouTube. So I mean, if you mention things like school shootings, again, I've been more transparent lately. I used to have to switch my words around for you guys and say pew 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 events. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. The censorship on YouTube is just off the charts. And I know that that might seem a little extreme for especially people in the true crime community, because you're not dealing with like the conspiratorial side. You're not like, you guys may be questioning, not you guys, but you know, the creators may be questioning, and the viewers may be questioning like cover-ups and stuff from the police department or the FBI or whatnot. But that's not really all that bad because of the red flags and the inconsistencies. So why wouldn't you? But when you're getting more into like the real conspiracy side and exposing tragic events that there's a lot of evidence to back up that they most likely did not happen, and they were to further agendas, that's when you're starting to really walk on eggshells when it comes to the algorithms. They will pick them up. There's a guy that I follow. His channel name is High Impact Flicks. I've been following him for a very long time. Not a very long time. I've been following him for like since I was like 16. No. For a good few years now I've been following him. I think his original channel, YouTube channel, had like, I don't remember if it was over I think it was well over 500,000 subscribers. YouTube took his channel down for the content that he covered. And so now, and he's had to restart another channel, build his channel back up slowly. But now he's literally, he doesn't even like to use the word gun on his channel because he's so, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Not shadow ban, but like YouTube is looking at his channel. Let's just say that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but, hey Gorel, and please correct me if I said that wrong. I am the worst with names, and the last thing I want to do is say names wrong. So feel free to correct me. Don't feel bad about it, please. So that, you know, YouTube, so he has to walk on eggshells, anything he talks about. And I've had, you know, a few people come into my chats when I was less transparent a few months ago or even a year ago. And I'm talking in code and I'm speaking in code. And I know that when, especially new people come in, they're like, what is she talking about? Is she a crazy person? And I don't blame them. But I mean, I just, even though my channel is still fairly, it's a really small channel still compared to other channels. But, hey Chica, welcome back. I have worked hard to get to where I'm at, especially since I don't have a support with YouTube and recommending my videos. I've had to pretty much promote myself by going into other live streams and making myself known. And that's where I feel like I've got the majority of my subscribers. Now, people will stumble upon from watching my videos and stuff like that, but for the most part, YouTube does not recommend my videos like whatsoever. So it's just by chance a lot of times that people will stumble in, which is great, even if it's only a couple. But back to like the true crime community not really understanding like why I had to like kind of switch my words around, or they'll be like, why can't you just say your theory? Just say it, Megan, right? This is back when my channel was Megan J. But why can't you just say your theory? And it's difficult to kind of explain to them that you just, there's certain things that you cannot talk about on YouTube. And I just so happen to be like one of the only few people that are kind of exposing these true crime cases for, you know, not all of them, but some of these true crime cases for what they really are and the deception behind it. And anytime you question a narrative, and it's stated, and I've gone over this a couple times on my live streams, it states in YouTube's guidelines that you are not allowed to question the narrative, the official narrative of these true crime, they say well-documented well-documented tragic events. Even though these ones that I'm questioning and in trying to expose are ones that have so many red flags and inconsistencies with them. And I've said this a million times, it's not like I'm questioning every single case and saying, hey, it's not real, it's orchestrated. I'm simply questioning the ones that don't add up, that have all the red flags, and that I'm seeing the same characteristics that I see in other psyops and in other orchestrated events. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's inconsistencies in their narrative. They don't want you trying to go against the official narrative of these events, period. So all they have to do, if they question why I'm not being transparent, it's not because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not because I'm not confident in what I'm saying. It's not because I'm trying to, like, you know, pull a fast one on anybody or whatever. All they have to do is go and look at the YouTube guidelines, and it says it right there. Everything that I'm doing on my channel, YouTube does not want me doing, period. I could not say glue. It would not let me on a craft channel. Really? That's weird. Yeah, we are censored for talking about the truth. And so I guess my point is, I got a little off track, but my point is, Alex, is that if you're still here, if I do hold back, it would be because I don't want to get any negative attention toward your channel. So I'm going to try to avoid that tomorrow. It might be difficult, but again, and I fully appreciate the fact that you're inviting myself and Allison on your channel. Like I said earlier, not to like be all boo-hoo me, but it's very rare that actually it's rare. It's never happens. Hardly ever. And the one time that I was invited on someone's channel, they still censored me. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't like to drop names, but at this point, I'm not going to like beat around the bush. Dave, Seeking the Truth with Dave, is the one who invited me on his channel a couple times. There was the first time where he told me that it was only going to be me as a guest, and I don't mind having other guests, but when I'm not prepared for it, he, you know, told me it's just going to be you. You can talk about your theories, and he decided to invite a guest on, and a guest that he knew that I had kind of like a quarrel with a little bit, and I was also banned by a moderator from this particular channel creator. So the fact that he did that, I thought it was pretty nefarious. And I don't talk about this kind of stuff because it takes away the focus on my channel and what I'm really trying to do. But I think that it's also important that people know how manipulative and how deceiving some of these channel creators in the true crime community can really be. And that's why, again, as cliche as it sounds, it's just so important to think for yourself and don't believe everything you're told by these channel creators, even if they sound confident in what they're saying, or if they're just, no matter how many times they say it, it's so very important. And that's the message that I'm really trying to get across. If I can't open everybody's eyes, I mean, that's impossible. That will never happen. If I can't open, people's eyes about what's going on with these cases, at the very least, I just really, really want people to start thinking for themselves and use their brains that they were given, and because they are very intelligent people in the true crime community. And I hate to see so many people get deceived, and so easily at that. Okay, Allison, I will. Yeah, I'll check it right away after this. Just remind me at the end if you're still here. I'm sure I got a notification on my phone, so I won't forget. Thank you. They're using propaganda, and if you question the official narrative, you will be censored. Yep, absolutely, Chica. Oh, and that's one of the things that I'm thankful for too. And again, I know I always get off track, but with the comments and stuff, we'll get back to the little bit of the drama there. But I was like pretty much like on my own for the majority of the time. Like, Chica found me really late, and when she found me, it was like a blessing, because like having her in the chat to help me, and Jenny May as well, she's not here, but is another one, having those two in my chat to really, because they know, they're really awake, they know what's been going on with like other orchestrated events and these high profile tragic events. They know what's up. And so having them be able to find my channel and really be able to support me is, I'm very thankful for that. especially, a while back when I'm still not very, I'm still not a very great speaker, but I think I'm getting a lot better. But back when I first started, it was very difficult for me to get, like, I can picture in my, like, I know the information in my head, but sometimes it's difficult for me to, portray it, I guess, or to get it out. So having them in the chat was like, my point is thank you. Because it really, really does help to have that support to really back up what I'm saying as well. Or help me spit out what I'm trying to say. Oh, really, Summer? Yeah. And there's been times like, there was, well, let me get real quick before I get off track. There's the whole thing with Dave, like, it was like, oh, he's inviting me on his channel. I was really appreciative of it, but then he goes and pulls something like that, knowing that I kind of had a little bit of an issue with this certain creator. Like, why would you promise me, or you say, hey, you're gonna be the only one on there, don't worry about it. And again, not that I don't have a problem with, it's not all about me, but it is difficult with my theories just in general to have somebody else on the panel that completely 100% disagrees when I'm trying to get out just certain information about it. Like, when we're not trying to have like a debate. Oh, thank you, Chica. I appreciate that. So the next time I was invited up, there was no promise of it just being me, but he decided to invite up a guest who 100% claimed that she was talking to Chris Watts. and I'm not denying that there's these individuals who have written letters to Chris, and he may have responded, and it may say that it's from Dodge Correctional. It really does not prove that that man is in prison. It proves nothing to me. And especially with the way my mind thinks, it's all hearsay. Letters do not prove that anybody is in a particular location. It's just so easy to manipulate people with certain things. Now, again, I'm not saying that these individuals that were writing Chris were trying to manipulate people. I still found it very odd that they would create a channel and expose these letters and stuff for whatever reason. If it was, I can't say for sure what their motives were behind it, but it definitely took the focus off of what was really going on with the case. And to me, it seemed like a lot of a distraction. Either that, or they just wanted their 15 minutes of fame. I don't know why people do certain things that they do, but again, to me, it does not prove anything. So yeah, this is the second time, and he invited up this person, and I don't want to name too many names here, but who started a channel, started releasing all the letters to Chris, between her and Chris, and her fully believing that he's really in prison, or so she says, right? And says to this person, oh, Megan J thinks that the case is a psyop, and that it's all fake or whatever, pretty much. And I'm like, sitting there on his channel, and I'm like, wait, is this real life? Like, what is happening here? Why on earth, knowing my theory, he knew full well my theory on the case, why would you put me in that position and invite somebody to come on as a guest on that stream while I'm up there? And Buddy says hello, and completely like put me on the spot like that. And she was like, oh, really? That's ridiculous, and just, it was so completely uncomfortable. And I was just like, I was mind boggled. I wasn't surprised, but I wasn't ready for it. Let's just say that. And again, I don't talk about this kind of stuff, but I do think it's important to kind of, like I said a little bit ago, to, and it doesn't matter. And I've come to that kind of like, hey, round and round to that conclusion where it's not, it doesn't, I could like bash AD all I wanted to, I could bash people or whatever, but people are gonna make up their own mind. So it doesn't matter. Like, if someone likes a creator and their content, if they're being like deceived by them, it doesn't matter what you say about him. So to me, that's why I never brought it up ever, because it also, as I said before, it takes away the focus of what I'm really trying to do. But to me, it's not important enough to, if it's not my job to look out for these people that don't want to think for themselves, and if they don't want to have an open mind and listen to what I have to say, and they want to continue to be duped and manipulated by certain channel creators, then that's on them. Like, I can only give out that information, and if they don't want to listen, then so be it. But 1 second, you guys, let me let my cat out again. I apologize. This cat, I swear. Hey, Cheryl. The reason why they claim, I mean, unless you're just being facetious, is that the correct word? Facetious? They claim that it's for his protection. And I've mentioned this many times. They say, the mainstream media said that it's for Chris Watts' protection because it's such a high profile case and it got so much media attention, that it was for his safety, as well as the employees, or the DOs at the prison. But what I don't understand is, you, mainstream media, already told us that where Chris Watts is. So what is I don't understand the point of not listing him if you already told us where he is. Doesn't that completely defeat the purpose of trying to protect him? So unless they are lying to us and he's not really at Dodge Correctional, then they're still being deceptive to the public. And then that also doesn't explain who all these people are allegedly writing to in prison. So, like, nothing adds up. And I don't understand why sometimes people don't question those kind of things more. Or someone will argue and say, they'll say that, well, maybe they'll say, oh, I called the prison and I asked if Chris Watts was there, and they said yes. Who do you think that you're going to talk to confirm that? You're probably going to call someone at the front desk, and they don't know. They're not back in the prison system. They're in the front desk. They only know what they're told. And they probably believe that Chris Watts is in prison. So if they're like, oh, hey, I just want to see if Chris Watts is really in prison because he's not listed as an inmate. And they're going to say, yeah, why wouldn't he be? Maybe not in that manner. But so it's just, it makes no sense. I do. I have 2 cats, spacebound, a dog, and 4 chickens. It's a farm here. What can I say? And I'm sorry if I missed anybody that came in. Chris is not registered on the Wisconsin prison register, but Pigeonly, you can, that's kind of a weird name for a prison, whatever. You can pay $25 to contact him, but he gives his letters to prison mates like Dylan to reply to. Really? How safe is that? Oh, Pigeonly. I thought you were talking to, I thought you were referring to the, is Pigeonly, Pigeonly's not the common, what's it called? Where you can send them money for, to get like food and whatever supplies. I'm having a space cadet moment here. Hey, Andrea. He is trying to tell people to wake up. And he's a lot louder doing it. Hey, Simba. Commissary. I couldn't think of the word. Where were you guys on that? No help from you. Hey, Vincina. I'm just kidding. But commissary. So is Pigeonly somewhere the same thing as the commissary where you can send him money, or is that something different? But I mean, either way, yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, what money is that going to? And that's been a lot of people's argument too. It's like, well, just because he's not listed, you can go and you can send him money in prison. Yes, thank you, Allison. And that's their argument. That's the rebuttal. And I just don't think that's a very good rebuttal. So back to a little bit of the drama, because I'm kind of in like a drama mood. So has that channel creator come on and literally calls me out on the spot and says that, oh yeah, she, like, I feel like it was totally set up, and I did not appreciate it whatsoever. And I'm the kind of person where I like to I don't do confrontation. I like to walk away from things. I don't do the drama thing. I just, period, I won't go back, right? Lesson learned. Clearly they didn't have my best interest. Well, they would also try to hype themselves up and say, oh, think for yourself. You can come on, you can voice your opinions and theories in my chat anytime you want. You are more than welcome here. You know, just totally hyping himself up to look like this amazing person and just genuine guy, because, you know, nobody else is allowing me to have a voice on their channel, but yet tells me that I'm not allowed to mention the word psyop, or I'm not allowed to say anything about the victims' families or whatever, about the Ruseks or the, like, so it's like, okay, you're saying I'm allowed to have a voice on your channel, but yet you're still censoring me. So it's like, no thanks. And the last straw was what I mentioned earlier when I went in there and I don't even remember what I had said. I would think I was only in there for like a minute. And he says, oh, I think you slid off your rail, Megan J. And I was like, oh, really? Like, kind of like the whole slit off her cracker thing, like Nicole Kessinger said about Chris Watts. Like, very original. But anyway, so I'm like, so I've slid off my rail. I'm getting called a crazy person pretty much by a channel creator who hyped himself up so much, like he's such a good guy. And this is the kind of manipulation I'm talking about. And this is actually kind of fun talking about this because it's well overdue. I think that I've been respectful long enough. Again, I don't, you guys know I don't like to name drop, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. Just all of this deception, and so many people are falling for it, and it's actually very, very sad. But you know, I don't judge them. I don't think that they are, or that I'm more intelligent than them, because I can spot like this kind of deception from people. Like, not all the time. Like, I'm not like a body reading expert or anything like that. But there are some people that I can spot that are very manipulative, and I can see their tactics and what they're doing. And to me, it's very obvious. But again, like I said, sometimes it's not as obvious to other people. But that's the whole point of manipulation. Like, if everybody knew that they were being manipulated, then that person would not be a very good manipulator, and they wouldn't be manipulated. Does that make sense? It did in my head. So, you know, unfortunately, there's some people, and that's why I said, like, it sounds like, again, so cliche, but like, it's like so important. I cannot stress enough how important it is to, like, literally think for yourselves. And if you go into a channel, I've said this many times, hey, Autumn, if you go into a certain channel and you go and you say anything and you respectfully voice your opinion about something, or if this channel creator is timing you out or blocking you from, or banning you from their channel because you have a difference of opinion on a very publicized case, that should give you your answer right there. That should, like, be huge red flags. And why would you want to go back there anyways? Why would you believe anything that person says after the fact? I mean, it's clear to me if someone doesn't like you questioning their what they're saying or their opinions, they probably don't have the best motives, in my opinion. Hey, Steffa. And that's just, that's just one example of what I have had to deal with, like since I have been more transparent. And it just, I mean, you have channel creators that talk terrible to their view, like to their supporters, literally talk like shit to them. I would never in a million years talk down to you the way, to any of you guys, the way, but I have great, supporters. You guys are all amazing. But I would never talk down to people that support me the way some of these other channel creators do. It's disgusting. It really, really is. Hey, Kristen. And I watch it, and then I see it unfold, and then I see these same individuals going back to this channel creator's streams after he literally just, or not, I don't want to say he, but like, it's not just one person. When they literally just belittle the people that support them and allow them to grow as a channel. Like, it just boggles my mind that people would want to be in that type of atmosphere around somebody like that, and how they don't see it. And just how they talk, just nasty. I mean, and yet people just flock back to it. I don't understand it. Hey, Swamp Lover. And like I said earlier, these are the channel creators that are saying that they're open-minded and they want to hear all theories and they want justice for the victims and they want to get to the truth. No, you don't. If you are timing people out, I don't care if it's your moderators, have control over your moderators. They know. The majority of these channel creators know what their mods are doing. Some of them probably don't. But I think that's why it's important to have good moderators, and I don't silence anybody on my channel. Like if somebody comes in and they're just being completely 100% disrespectful, which thankfully I don't have a lot of issues with, but if they're just being crude and just rude, or if it's obviously like a bot or whatever, or a troll, then yeah, you can please, they're just being a distraction to the chat. But if anybody ever comes into my chat and has a different opinion, if they don't agree with my theories or what I'm saying, I'm definitely not going to block them from my channel for simply disagreeing with me. It defeats the purpose of what we're doing here in this true crime community. It's like, isn't that why there's a true crime community, to discuss cases and all theories and all possibilities? So if you are censoring people, you're going to miss a lot of different, possible facts that someone might have missed that you did, or that they found that you missed, simply because you don't like them disagreeing with you. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Swamp Lover is my number one lurker here. And speaking of mod choices, Swamp Lover, I think I still regret making that decision. And there's moderators too. There is a couple moderators they are moderators on several channels, and which sucks for me, but there's a couple that have had it out for me. And that's it's not the kind of person I am. Like, I'm not going to come on and do a live stream and bitch about the fact that there's certain moderators, specific ones that are really like have it out for me. Like, I don't know what I did, but they just do not want to hear what I have to say whatsoever. And, you know, I'm not going to try to like do drama streams. Like, this is very, very rare. If you guys follow me, I don't talk about other channels at all. Plus, I don't want to give them any exposure, because that's what happens. You know, any publicity or bad publicity is good publicity, right? Is that the saying? So I try to avoid that as well. But sometimes names need to be mentioned to get a point across. However, or like I was saying, for whatever reason, they have it out for me, and I can't say one thing in a chat that they're in without them making a jab at me and just totally going against everything I'm saying. And I just, there's been a couple times where I probably had a little bit of a breakdown. I don't know if you want to call it that, but where I was just, the last thing I want to do is go into another channel or another streamer's chat and cause any sort of trouble and distract anything from what they're doing. That's the last thing I'd want to do. But I was honestly to the point where I was just so fed up that I felt like I had a right to stick up for myself. When there have been so many times where I have literally walked away from the situation and been the bigger person, and I still regret kind of doing it for, you know, in a sense. But I mean, I'm not going to let people, you know, take my kindness or take advantage of my kindness or take that as weakness. You know what I'm saying? So that's just not going to happen anymore. Period. But I do feel, you know, I felt bad about causing any sort of disruption in anybody's chats. But I did apologize to both the creators that happened in. But this is their moderators, and they don't know, you know, we can't catch everything. And especially like when I get on rants, I don't see everything that goes on in my chat, and I've probably missed a lot. I know like a couple times, thankfully it doesn't happen a lot, but I've had someone comment and say, hey, I was really disrespected in your chat. I thought I could and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't ever want you to feel like you can't voice your opinion or feel like you don't feel comfortable in my chat, and just I don't catch everything, but you know, just let me know, and it won't happen again, period. But it is important for some of these channel creators, if they are truly doing it and what they say they're doing, to make sure that their moderators are doing a good job, and that they're not you know, attacking people because of they have like a vendetta out for them or something. I don't know what the deal is with these particular couple of moderators, but I tell you what, I can't say a damn thing if they're in any chat, or it's absolutely ridiculous. And these are also channel creators as well, not just moderators. These are channel creators that are saying the same things that I mentioned earlier, that they want justice for the victims, and they have an open mind, and they're open to all theories. Nope. Yeah, maybe every theory but mine, because they keep censoring me. So it's just, and it's, nobody seems to catch that. And again, I'm not here to like call people out, make people look bad, but it is important, I think, for people to see what's really going on in this community. It's very toxic. YouTube is very toxic in general, and anywhere you go, there's gonna be trolls. There are gonna be the people that that don't like you. Not everyone is gonna, you know, just love you, but that's just life, unfortunately. But to me, it's very hypocritical to what they're saying. And it's almost like they don't even hide it, but then nobody calls them out for it. Oh, Swamp Lover, you're always walking on eggshells with me in general, being in my chat. Oh, yeah, very true, Chica. And I've talked about that before as well to some people. It's like you give someone a wrench, not everybody, but you give a lot of these individuals a wrench, and they just, oh man, they get on their high horse real quick. I'm like, it's like a metaphorical wrench. It's not real. Like, you don't have, you're not like some sort of like higher authority because you have a blue wrench next to your name. But they seem to think so. They just, Man. Hey, Shar. So that was my little rant there. But the reason why I kind of brought that up was because of what happened. And I haven't been on YouTube a lot. I've been doing a lot of my streaming, as I mentioned earlier, on D Live and this other platform. But I have been trying to do more streams here, especially since I'm monetized now. I definitely don't want to get my channel monetized and then not do any streams. Like, that would be defeat the purpose, and that wouldn't be fair to you guys. So but either way, I do definitely want to concentrate more on, and I'm kind of like in the middle of events, but it's only going to be time, until a certain amount of time, until another one of these events are going to happen, and we're going to be talking about it. Trust me. They're going to keep happening. They're not going to slow down. And so we're always going to have something to talk about. So that's a positive. The negative is that people are going to continue to be duped over and over again until we can do something about it and try to wake more people up. Wait, what just happened? Swamp Lover was timed out by Think for Yourself. I'm not even, my hand's not even on my mouse. How did that happen? What's going on? Are you guys seeing this? Can you guys see this, Chica? I am so confused right now. Hold on. Why is everybody timing? I'm so confused. Chica, can you see this happening right now? Like, it literally just said that I timed out Swamp Lover, Spacebound, and Char. I'm not even touching my mouse though, Callie. Like, I haven't even touched my mouse in like 5 minutes. Let me see if I can unban them. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Wait. Don't leave, Char, Swamp Lover. And Spacebound. That was definitely not me. Okay. Why can't I unban? Why can't I untime? Oh, I can't untime. I can't. Okay. Can I remove them from timeout? It sounds so funny. They're not like kids. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. I did not touch my keyboard or my mouse. And it's saying that I did it. Hey, Matt. Oh, maybe, Chica. Let me check real quick. Hold on, you guys. We're going to figure this out. Let me go to my settings here. Because this is, like, really strange. But I really am, ooh, okay, hold on. Yeah, and I can't multitask, Chica. And it's like, it makes no sense. I'm literally like, oh, I don't ban anybody from my channel. And then apparently I'm just banning everybody. Oh, I've been okay, Simba. How are you? All right, let me get to my settings here. Give me 1 second, you guys. Please. There is one moderator in particular, can't speak, that I have yet to remove, but okay. I'm trying to remember how to get there. I haven't done it in a while. I hope not, Steffa. We see you, but I don't know what's going on. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay. Let me remember how to, I don't remember how to do this. It's been so long. Okay, customize channel. I like to tell you guys the step by step when I'm doing it. Cheryl, I didn't mean your channel. I missed your previous comment. Let me scroll up. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, okay. It seems to me there's often no critical thinking skills in chat, sometimes before people get blocked by others. Has been for a long time. Is that what you're referring to, Cheryl? 3 people got timed out back to back. Oh, Autumn did too? Interesting. Isn't it funny how, like, I never have anything happen like that in my stream, and the minute that I start talking about any other creators, something like that happens? Could it be a coincidence? Maybe. But probably not. Oh, we can leave Swamp Lover timed out. That's fine with me. Poor Swamp Lover. The rest, I'm worried about. Okay. Community. All right, we're going to remove this person. Maybe I should just remove everybody. I mean, not everybody, but... But wouldn't it say... So I'm looking at all my moderators right now. Wouldn't it have to say think for yourself? Because I'm not seeing anything that says think for yourself on here. Like if they change their name. Hey, Christy. Like, that's bizarre that it would say that I did it. And so unless they change their name back real quick, then I'm not seeing that on here. But I'm glad that we did this because I did want to remove a couple people. I don't have very many moderators, but... I just don't understand why it said my name. That's very interesting. Okay, anyways, I sincerely apologize, you guys. I don't know what that was all about at all. Very strange. We might have to make some adjustments, but I think we're good now. Hopefully. I have no idea, Autumn. I have no idea how that would happen. And the only thing I can think of is what Chica said, is that they changed their name to Think for Yourself and then changed their name back real quick before I got into the moderator section. I want to make... I should probably go... Let me go back to that real quick. I want to make sure no one's banned. I didn't do it, so I never do that. Ever. Like, I'm very passionate about, you know, this whole thing and what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm a jokester 100%. And I... But I would never do that. Not when I'm doing something serious like this. When I'm, you know, trying to do something positive. And that only hurts me. That makes no sense. Like, was like, okay, that just made me look like a hypocrite after I said, I don't ban anybody or time anybody out from my chat. And then, you know, 10, 15 minutes later, I'm banning people. It's like, come on, please. Yeah, Buddy did it. I blame Buddy. No, Buddy's innocent for once. So again, anybody that was timed out, I sincerely apologize. I have no idea what that was about. But we're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen again. And they didn't hide anybody. Wait, let me see. Doesn't look like they hit anybody of importance here. Okay. I think we're good, you guys. So I don't even remember what I was saying. I was on one of my rants again, but again, I didn't want to make this live stream like too long. I did want to just you know, just catch up with you guys a little bit and let you guys know that, again, if you guys are just coming in here, it is pinned at the top that for the link to Alex Erickson's channel, I will be doing a live stream with her and TCA tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So I hope that you guys will come and support Alex and myself and TCA. As a mod, I can't time out another mod, so no matter how many of me there are. Oh, true. Good point. You finally made a you finally made a good point, Swamp Lover. Yeah, I apologize, Spacebound. I don't know what that was about. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You want me to rant on? I could. I really could, probably. But I guess my point was, is I've been seeing a lot of drama in the true crime community happening. I mean, I guess it's been like that for a while, but I've been staying away from just other chats. There's no, and it's not because like I don't want to keep. I'll usually lurk in these chats to like see what their theories are again, so I can, you know, not rebuttal, but I guess I don't know if that's the correct word, but so I can kind of call them out on it, on these crazy theories that they're, especially with the Watts case. But there's no point in me going in those live streams because all they're doing is going over the same stuff that we have seen for over 3 years now. I just deleted. Wait, what? Why? How is this happening? Okay, let me take screenshots. This is weird. I assure you, I'm not doing this. I have not touched my mouse. It's not me. I haven't even, I have not touched my mouse since I started speaking again. Yeah, I see that. I don't know what's going on. I should probably end the stream because this is very strange. And if I timed out, Mark, I would admit to it. I would not deny it. There's been several times where I probably should have, but I didn't. But like I said, I would definitely admit to it. I think it just deleted his comment. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's just very, very strange that I literally just got done talking about that and now it's happening. So, very odd. I don't know who could do that. There's nobody in, I don't know. It just shows that I deleted one of your comments and I did not. I did not delete anybody's comments. All right, I'm just going to do a test here. I'm just going to remove everybody. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to remove everybody and just see if what that does, if it stops. And then we'll add some more wrenches again. Just to rule it out. I still don't see in any of my moderators that it says think for yourself, though. That doesn't make sense. All right, we'll stay on a little bit longer. And if it happens again, then I have no idea. Beats me. Again, I don't remember what I was talking about. I got off track. Oh, the fact that so many of these creators are just milking this Watts case for everything it's got. It's how many times are we going to watch the body cam footage over? How many times are we going to listen to Nicole Kessinger's interviews? There's not going to be any more information that comes out by watching these same videos over and over and over again. And these channel creators are still getting like 300, 400 people in their chat. We've seen it a million times. Like, you can't tell me those are all new people on the case. There's no way. But I've refused to like just keep playing the same stuff over and over again. It's not going to get us anywhere. Now, I'll continue to talk about the Watts case because with my theories and what I'm trying to do, I can still talk about the case without it getting old because I'm able to use the Watts case to compare them to these other cases that are happening to show you guys that there's a pattern going on with these true crime cases. So I think that makes it okay for me as far. So if I need to play body cam footage again to show you guys and compare it to the Gabby Petito case and show you that there's something funky going on with the two, then yeah, of course, I'll continue to talk about the Watts case because it's really important. It's one of the bigger orchestrated events that I'm going to continue to keep using to compare so that you guys can see that there's a pattern going on here with these cases. And although they're different, one might be a missing persons case like Summer Wells, one might be a familicide case, one might be the Gabby Petito case. It doesn't matter. They're all using the same like characteristics and itinerary and the same like tactics, I guess you could say, to orchestrate and pull off these events. And they're not going to switch up those tactics if they continue to work. There'd be no reason for that. And it's like, that's what's going to help me to show you guys and kind of like provide evidence for you guys that it's like, how many times does something have to keep happening for it not to be coincidental anymore? How many times are we going to get a true crime case to where, there's all this transparency, there's all this body cam, there's all this documentation, there's the discovery files. When there's so much transparency, why with these true crime cases that get all these tragic events that get all this mainstream media attention, why do we always end up with more questions than answers? It's not like these cases are, just limited amount of information that we just heard on the news for like a week or two, and that's it. I mean, with the amount of information, and it is open and shut as these cases, some of them are supposed to be, why are there so many inconsistencies? Why does nothing add up? Why, again, are there so many questions and answers that we're left with? And that's, I don't know how many times I hear people ask that, and I'm the one that's trying to provide those answers for you guys. And tell you this is why there's so many red flags. This is why this doesn't make sense. This is why it seems like there's a cover up from the police department. This is why people can't seem to get away from these cases and why they're pulled in so much by them because of the psychological aspect of them. I don't see, and not to toot my own horn, but I'm not seeing these other creators giving anybody answers as to why certain things are not adding up with these cases. Hey, MJ. I'm saying this is why. This is why nobody's personal information was redacted. This is why Nicole Kessinger wasn't treated as a suspect. This is why the families are acting this way. And a lot of it can be, in opinion, it's very difficult with these, and Chica can back me up on this. It's very difficult, I think, it's very difficult to really provide receipts and hard evidence to what I'm saying about these cases, just because you have the whole psychological aspect of it. So many people are just like literally, and I don't like to use the word brainwash, but that's pretty much what it is. Like they're being brainwashed by the mainstream media. They're being manipulated, and I'm also giving answers as to why they can do that as well. Why DA Rourke doesn't have to come out and answer any of these questions. Why he didn't have to answer why Nicole Kessinger, or explain the inconsistency with Nicole Kessinger's search for Chris and Shanann. And that's just one example, but like, they're never going to come out and answer these questions. They don't have to. Like, their narrative is pushed. They have the mainstream media behind them to really get these narratives out to as many people as possible. And when you really pull at those heartstrings, man, it's very, very difficult to no matter how much evidence I provide or show, or how much, you know, like, consistency in the patterns in all these cases, like, there's gonna be those individuals. I'm never gonna be able to wake them up, ever. But for the ones that are open-minded, that's what I'm here for. But like I was saying, I just don't see some of these other creators providing any answers. They're milking these cases. And I don't want to say all of them. I have to, you know, I shouldn't have to like go into like, or explain what I'm saying about it. It just should just be, oh, I was like, wait, Christy's comment got deleted. Hold on. Okay. We're good. So it hasn't happened again. So that's very interesting that I removed all the moderators. So, you know, they have these, like I was saying, they have these creators, and not all of them. Some of them probably are, they've committed so much of their time into it. They are passionate. They want to get justice for the victims because they really do care. But there are so many of these creators that are literally milking that case for just everything they have. And it's they're not giving any, they keep coming up with every theory in the book. Like, and I'm not going to be like so quick to say that anybody's theories are crazy. When it comes to today and this world, anything is possible. And I really mean that. Like, but there are some very crazy, hey, Sunshine Joy, there are some crazy ass conspiracies. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm actually saying this. Hey, Alyssa. And, but I mean, the theories that they come up with are amazing to me. Like, how do you come up with these theories on the Watts case? I've literally heard every theory in the book. And I'm sure that more will come out. It's just crazy to me. But, all I see is from these other channel creators is there's this theory, and then they're flip-flopping, and there's nothing wrong with flip-flopping. You know, when new information comes out or new facts on a case, but there's no new information coming out. It's just theory after theory after theory. And then they'll go back to another theory. And then it's like, it's just, they're not giving answers that I'm providing for my viewers. As crazy as my theory might sound, at least I'm giving some sort of evidence. I'm providing backup for what I'm saying, compared to, oh, I think it's this theory and this theory and this theory and this theory. Like, I've never changed my theory once. And, you know, I continue to talk about this case not because I'm so, like, confused by it, or I'm just so obsessed with it that I want to find out the truth. Like, I know what went on with the Watts case. I'm confident that I can say that. And I don't want you guys to believe me just because I'm saying that I'm confident. That's why I tried to provide evidence to what I'm saying. And I can only give you guys the research, or like the information, and you guys got to research it on your own, especially with the censorship. And I'm not going to get into the censorship with YouTube again, but you know, I have a lot of factors that take place that make what I'm trying to do very, very difficult. Like, so nothing is pretty much in my favor whatsoever. And it drives me crazy. But, you know, I'm doing my best. And that's why I said I was so thankful when Jenny May and Chica found my channel, because before that, like, there were so many of you that not all of you, but there were a lot of you who had never even heard of a PSYOP before, or a false flag, or even aware of like government corruption. And that's the kind of difficulty I'm having in the true crime community. But I'm not trying to go and go into, like, on D Live, for instance. Hey, Purple. I'm not. I can go to D Live and I can voice I can talk about the Watts case all day over there. But the majority of people on D Live, just for whatever reason in that community, there's a lot of truther channels that went over there from YouTube. So, you know, they're already aware of the government corruption. They're aware of what's going on with a lot of these events and stuff like that. So it's kind of pointless for me to go over to DLive and talk about the Watts case because it's kind of like an echo chamber. My whole point of doing this from the very beginning was so that I can wake people up to the deception, so that people are not duped anymore by these cases. So they're not being affected emotionally by these cases because of how tragic they make them. Like, that is my goal still. And that's another reason why I never monetized my channel, because the money it's not important to me. What's important to me is my passion for this and for waking people up so that less and less people are duped. Even though it's going to be impossible to wake everybody up. I mean, that would be ridiculous for me to even think that. But if I can wake up just a few people, to me, it was worth it in the end. Yeah, BitChute is good. I really don't like the setup there, Sunshine Joy, but I will go over there to get some videos for my content. Now, I do encourage you guys all the time to go over to DLive because I can play more videos. I can talk about things more freely and provide more evidence to where I can't do that on YouTube. I can't play Ole Damigard videos. I can't play David Icke videos. And these are two people who I have learned a lot of this information from over the years that I'm now teaching you guys, pretty much. But they are two people on this platform who have been banned permanently. And Ole Damigard had over 1 million, and so did, I think, but maybe not over 1 million, but he had a ton, at least in the six figures. And David Icke had way over 1 million. And they spoke about things that I'm speaking about, but on much higher scales. We're talking about like terrorist attacks, the school shootings, 9/11, more government corruption. And, this Watts case is on a lot smaller scale, but it's still, when it comes down to it, they're still deceiving people by orchestrating these events, whether it be on a smaller scale or not. So that's why I encourage you guys to go to DLive so that I can play videos and where other people are talking about it and not just myself, and people that know way more about this stuff than I do, like David Icke, and even then saying his name, I'm walking on eggshells. That's how bad the censorship is on YouTube, you guys. Like, it will like trigger the algorithms right now. And I'm not even I'm not over exaggerating. Just by saying those individuals' names will get me in the hot seat. But I'm tired of, hey Kels, I'm tired of speaking in rhyme and code all the time. I have a difficult time speaking as it is. And I know you guys think I'm too hard on myself, but that's why I encourage you guys so much to go to DLive. Yeah. And my Streamlabs isn't working either. I just realized, because there's no links. That's really weird. I'll put my DLive link in, MJ. It's just another streaming platform. It's less censored. Is that what was that a question? Either way, I'll put my link in. Since I removed all the moderators, I can't ask you guys to put my link in for me. Ay. All right. There's my DLive link. Now, I don't always cover that stuff because I won't really cover that because, like I said before, a lot of my followers on DLive already know about David Icke. They already know about Ole Damigard and all that. But I have no problem if I can get enough of you guys in there. I will keep playing those videos. I can watch them over and over again, but they're very informative to my theories on these true crime cases, and again, they help to support what I'm saying, and especially since it's coming from professionals that know way more about it, and ones that I've learned a lot of this information from, and they have photos to back up what they're saying. And I can't do that. I can't show you guys certain photos to compare it to the Watskis and stuff because I'll end up like them. And they might not even care about my channel, but I just don't want to take that risk. Well, that's okay, Callie. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, round and round. And I know that a lot of people, you know, when you get these like truthers or whatever, conspiracy theorists, there's always going to be people that are going to say that, you know, David Icke's controlled opposition, that that Ole Damengard is, and that's when, regardless if they are, or I mean, I watched I'm having a Space Cadet moment. Alex Jones. I watched Alex Jones a lot a couple years ago. But when I started to see that he was kind of like, you know, I started to see things I didn't like from him. And then just because, like I said before, if someone sounds confident in what they're saying, or they have like 1 million subscribers or something, like it's when it boils down to it, you still have to take everything that they're saying with a grain of salt and try to research as much information as you can. Same thing with Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper is one of those conspiracy theorists, exposed a lot of government corruption. There's a lot of people that say, hey, Megan, Bill Cooper was a shill. He was like a CSI agent, you know, like he was controlled opposition. But regardless, right, I still took a lot of what he said with a grain of salt, but he did open my eyes to a lot, and I've learned a lot from him. Same with David Icke. Like, I don't believe everything that David Icke says. I don't believe all his theories. Like his reptilian theory, am I going to completely like discredit his reptilian theory? No, but I'm not going to believe it, even if it sounds crazy, because that would be like, you know, making me a hypocrite. Because I'm sure that I sound crazy to a lot of people, but and so I see where you're coming from, round and round, for sure. But and I fully believe that Alex Jones is now a controlled opposition, but I think maybe. I don't know if it's like people get to these, like certain like higher people get to them. I don't know if it's the money or whatever, but even with controlled opposition, like they're still putting out facts, but unfortunately it's just mixed with disinformation as well. And you kind of have to decipher, unfortunately, and that's why I said it's so important to try to do the research. You have to decipher what is factual and what's not. It's just, unfortunately, these days, you can't turn on the news anymore. You can't get factual news and just 100% believe it. You can't believe anybody that calls himself you just can't believe anybody, unfortunately. Like, don't believe me. I don't want you guys to believe me. Like, and that's why I try not to get, like, dramatic. I try not to, like, I don't, last thing I want to do is sway the opinions of you guys, you know, or sway your opinions, because that would also defeat everything that I'm trying to do by thinking for yourself. It just sucks because I, unfortunately, and this is again another thing that Chica can back me up on, not only has a lot of this information with these past events that were orchestrated been scrubbed from the internet, so it's very, very difficult to find it. You have to like literally search for this information for a lot of these cases. And I'm talking about more you know, your school shootings, your terrorist attacks, your false flags. But, so like I said, a lot of that information has been swiped. So not only can I not, even if I found the information and the photos to back up what I'm saying and to compare them to these true crime cases, I cannot show them on this platform. You will get banned for doing that. That's why Ole Damengard, that's why David Icke, controlled opposition, they're not on these platforms anymore. So you have to go to other third-party sources or whatever, and just really dig into it. Like, you can find it. Like I said, you can find the information, but you have to dig. And a lot of people don't want to do that, unfortunately. Like, I wish I could provide all this information for you guys so you don't have to do that. Because I know that people are busy. People have lives. And they don't have time to do the research. Or maybe they don't know where to look for it. But I just simply cannot do it. Or I won't be here tomorrow, as dramatic as that sounds. It's really not. To try to get this information out and expose these cases for what they are. I do know who Enchanted Life Path is. Hey, Chaos Crew. Yeah, that unfortunately, I agree. And that's the trouble with cognitive dissonance is that it doesn't matter how much if somebody believes it or is they have certain beliefs about something, or if they have been led to believe something for like something like the Watts case, a narrative that they've been told for over 3 years now, and I 3 years later I'm trying to convince them that they've been duped, right? Or not convince them, but to provide information and try to show them that they've actually been duped. Like, that cognitive dissonance is really, really, there's almost no hope for them, unfortunately, because it doesn't matter how much evidence or facts you show them. It's going against everything that they believe. So they're going to find every reason to make you look crazy, right? Or you have no idea what you're talking about. And they're going to come up with every other theory as to why, or that, that supports their beliefs. But that being said, guys, I have been on for, I was gonna make this a short stream, almost an hour and a half. But it was really nice catching up with everybody. I sincerely apologize for whatever just happened. I have no idea. All I know is that I removed all the moderators and it didn't happen again. It could be another coincidence. I don't know, but I'm really thinking about doing that, Callie. I will. It's just it's the fact that I'm so like OCD sometimes, and I would have to like literally sit down and design it. Like, if I do something, I have to do it right. Like, I'm not just gonna slop on a thing for yourself, like crappy font or something. Like, when I do the merch, if I do decide to do it, I'm going to definitely do it the right way. So it's something that I'm definitely thinking about doing for sure. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. But I don't remember what I was saying again. I'm so terrible at that. Pretty much, I want to thank everyone for being here. But I did want to come on here and because I know that a lot of you guys don't really check the community section, or you don't get notifications for it or whatever. But I want to again let you guys know it's pinned at the top for the link. If you are not already following Alex Erickson, I encourage you to follow her. I will be on her channel tomorrow talking about my theories on the Watts case. She is giving me a voice. Again, I appreciate it very much. And TCA will also be on there talking about it. So I hope that you guys all can make it and be there. But I figured this was the best way to kind of promote it. Because I know that you guys don't get notifications and stuff. So I'm kind of trying to like hit all angles so that you guys can make it. I think it'll be really, really interesting. So again, the link is pinned at the top, and I hope to see you guys there tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard, 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again for everyone, and I do apologize for anybody that was timed out. I will try to get to the bottom of it. I have no idea what happened, but at least it's stopped. So again, thank you everyone, and I will see you guys next time.